Hey guys, welcome back to another episode where we try and take Weezing to the top in the online ladders. Today I am hoping to bust into Ultra Ball tier. So first thing you'll notice that there is a change on the team. I was looking over usages, who's strong at the moment, and I don't like a few of my matchups, and Garganical didn't really do anything to help those matchups, so I've gone ahead and replaced him with Goodra. This is a Terra Flying Goodra, running the standard body press, heavy slam set. Right. So we're getting straight into the first battle. We have a Sun team, straight off the bat. This is going to be a great chance for Weezing and Palafin opening. I believe we'll do a lot of work with that. I do want to get Palafin straight into Incineroar here. There's not really any physical attackers, so I don't think Goodra has a place. Illumise is a cool Pokemon to see. Illumise is a prankster user. It does get Sunny Day, it does get Charm, so it does get some pretty cool tech. It could actually end up proving quite annoying to us. The Raichu will knock that out in one hit. If we're lucky, we can probably double into it in the same turn. It would actually be really good to break its Focus Sash using Incineroar's Fake Out on turn 2. The Charizard's not a massive threat. Charizard does get some cool tech, it does get Solar Beam, and it does get Scorching Sand, so it does threaten our Weezing. And Solar Power, Charizard is quite strong. It's also the same speed tier as our Slacking and our Palafin, so we might need to be locking into Jet Punch to take it out. I've also changed Weezing. I've taken Gunk Shot off him because I think it's just better to have some consistency and some reliability in his damage. Those Gunk Shot misses were too detrimental to us last time. Alright, let's see how we go. It is the Torkoal Illumise. So what I am expecting to see here is just a Sunny Day from Illumise, and Torkoal probably going on the offense. Weezing we will get Protecting. Illumise does also get Encore, so that is also something for us to keep in mind. If we can just get the flip turn and get out of there, we can get into Incineroar, we can then follow up the next turn with a Fake Out on Torkoal, and we can probably get a Taunt off onto Illumise. Actually, you know what? There's... Oh no, we don't want to take damage on Weezing. We will protect Weezing this turn. We will flip turn out on Illumise, because I think that's what we can protect. No protect on Torkoal, so it is going for an attack. Illumise, I'd be very surprised if it didn't set up the Tailwind. Oh, not Tailwind, the Sunny Day. We can get the Taunt off into Illumise next turn, while we Fake Out and pivot again. There it is, he does set up that Sun. And we get a Weather Ball. Interesting choice of moves. I believe it's probably going to go for the Tailwind now, so we might Taunt, and we'll Fake Out into Torkoal, just preventing a bit of that damage. Illumise does get Encore, so it may try an Encore Weezing. It does get Tailwind, I believe. It gets Charm. Charm is also a very good move that it gets. It doesn't have Prankster at the moment, so it can actually freely target into Incineroar as well. There is the Charizard now. It doesn't have access to its Solar Power damage at the moment. There you go. So we now know that the Torkoal is carrying the Covert Cloak. I'm less scared of the Torkoal, I think. I think I actually want to cripple this Torkoal a bit more. get my... I want to get my slacking in now. And start doing damage with him. It is Life Orb. It's very common to be Life Orb. But that does mean that it now is a speed tie between Incineroar and Slacking. We won't switch out in Slacking actually because I don't want to take the Body Press super effective damage from Slacking right now. That's exactly why we go Palafin. So now we're actually going to switch back into Incineroar. I'm not sure what we go for here. We could risk a speed tie, but I actually think this will be enough to kill the Charizard. They get their abilities back, but that's not really going to matter. We're probably going to lose Palafin here, but as long as we can pick off the Charizard, I think that's a lot of their offensive powers gone, and then I'm very confident in Slacking coming in and cleaning up. Imagine it's Terra Grass. Terra Water as well. There you go. So this Jet Punch won't kill, but it will put it in range for a Sucker Punch the following turn. I do believe it's now in the range of Sucker Punch. Not in the best position right now, but we can bring Slacking in here. We can actually go for the Fake Out into the Charizard, and I reckon we may even be able to get the attack off here. And then we'll just hard switch Incineroar out. He is getting ready to set his sun back up. A bit more chip on the Illumizers isn't a bad thing. Torkoal does survive, but we do outspeed Torkoal. So now we can double edge into Illumise and we can actually just Sludge Bomb into that Torkoal slot. I do think we still are in this game. It was looking a bit dodgy there for a bit, but Slacking, Weezing, the two together are incredibly strong, so I do think we're alright. Sludge Bomb will finish off the Torkoal. Double Edge, there's no reason why Illumise would survive this in any way, shape or form. And then Charizard, I believe, is now in Sucker Punch range as well, so it all depends on who their last Pokemon is. Illumise is not a very fast Pokemon either. It does actually rely on its Prankster ability to set the sun up. So now that it's gone, Torkoal's incredibly slow. It's got no defense, well, no special defense, so Switching over to Sludge Bomb here is really good. It means that we're not gambling or risking anything. Torkoal goes down, and now it's 2v2, and we do have a very powerful core on the field together now. Charizard does carry Scorching Sand, which is super effective on Weezing, but we should survive at least one. Okay. I think it's worth going for the double protect right now. We just need to see what they're doing. If we can bait a protect out from them, we might be able to do a bit more. Have more effective turns. It's interesting he went for the Terra Blast, probably worried about, so he's very threatened by that slacking. I do think we just go for damage. I don't think we want to risk the speed tie. We're going to have to hope that slacking is strong enough to take this thing out with a Sucker Punch. Was strong enough, it did take it out, and I do believe slacking should be bulky enough to survive one attack from Gastrodon. He's getting a bit low, but I do think he's got it left in him. Critical hit if Gastrodon gets the kill here. The poison is nice, the poison chip is quite strong, but I think if Gastrodon gets the kill here, that's it. It doesn't get the kill, so that means we do get that one more double edge off, and that is going to be more than enough. Very close game, very scary game, but in the end, we were able to bring it through. I think just double attacking is the best way to go for this victory right now. We do know that the Terra Normal double edge is enough to kill Gastrodon, and even without the Terra Normal, slacking is still able to pick up the clean KO. So fantastic game one. In the end, Weezing holds true, sitting there on his own. It was a close match. Letting the Illumise get its sunny day off did put us in a pretty sticky situation for a bit there. The Terra Water was a strong Terra to stop us doing any damage, but even with those two poor plays, we were still able to bring that game back. So very happy with how the team's functioning. They're doing well. The Weezing is very strong, turning everybody's abilities off. So I guess we'll go straight into the next game. Made it to rank 9. This is an interesting looking team. It looks like they're setting up manual weather. Couple of physical attackers. Not the best team for slacking, honestly. Conkeldurr threatens it. We'll pick up the clear KOs on all of the support Pokemon, but their offensive mons are difficult to deal with. I actually think this may be a Goodra game. Aside from that Archelodon, it does look like a very good Goodra game. That Annihilate may very well just go straight for the turn 1. Final Gambit to clear slacking out. So I'm thinking we might open full offense just in case they don't open with the Annihilate. It could be really good to use slacking to pick up a surprise KO. We'll have Incineroar in the back so we can always pivot out of slacking if we don't like the matchup. And I do think Goodra is going to be what brings it home. Goodra is the Iron Defense set. It's got a very high special attack, so it will be able to set up against all of these foes. Palafin's not doing a lot of work against the Archelodon or against the Whimsicott, so I don't feel super comfortable bringing Palafin. So the question becomes, is it a Focus Sash Whimsicott? Because if it is, it's going to set up the Rain Dance. If it's not, I think we pick up the one-shot right here, right now. Save the Terra for now because Whimsicott's not surviving anyway. I do think this Whimsicott has forgotten that stamina doesn't work right now because of neutralizing gas. So that is a bit unfortunate. They have thrown their Whimsicott away. We will still take some pretty heavy damage from body press. In fact, we may even lose slacking right now just because we lost so much on that Whimsicott. No, we didn't. That's very surprising. This Archaludon may not have a lot of investment at all in its defense to do so little damage with its body press. I think because they brought the Archaludon, they didn't bring Annihilate. They've got DD instead. I think this is a good turn to protect Weezing, and I am confident that Goodra will be able to outperform against this Archaludon, so I think we may just go for the kill on that male and DD. Just to be safe, I think we make it without Terra. We are fastest on field, so there's nothing to worry about here as far as speed fears go. It would only be if they had a Terra Ghost that we would be in a bit of trouble. And this is what I mean, this neutralizing gas, it really does mess with people. They forget that their team builds don't work. There is no Terra here. Unless it's Focus Sash, this thing goes down right here, right now. No Focus Sash. So they're now down to their last two. Weezing's not dying this turn. We will lose slacking this turn, but I do believe we can now just go straight into our Goodra, and we can start setting up. Now the reason I burnt the Archaludon is body press is affected by the burn. So we are blocking it because of that burn. We may even switch Weezing out here. Weezing doesn't really offer a lot right now. In fact, it doesn't even really matter if Weezing goes down. There's Annihilate. So, Annihilate does carry the Rage Fist. The beauty here is it doesn't actually get its Defiant boost, so we can switch into Cineroar, we can Intimidate it, and then we can go for the burn this turn, we can then go for a Fake Out the following turn on Archaludon, taunt it so it can't start bulking up as well. And then we can bring Goodra back in to start doing some serious work with its Shelter and Body Press. Does Rage Fist, that's not going to do a lot. This should do a chunk, but we should survive this quite comfortably. We do get the burn off. I now think our best play is actually to Parting Shot into Archaludon and to bring Goodra back in. And every time we hit that Annihilate, it does do more damage. So we protect here. We Parting Shot into Archaludon, dropping its special attack, and then we can get our... there we go, cancelled the battle. Another very strong win. That was just inexperience. They didn't know that Weezing's neutralizing gas turned off their beat up strategy. so our Caledon wasn't able to go for its turn 1 +4 body press for the one shot on slacking. They're the kind of games that best of one win, but moving forward you'd never pull that off again. That was just their misplay that gave us that win. Alright, well the goal is to try and get to Ultra Ball tier, so we will play this last game, and this will be it. We either make it in, or we'll be ending the episode. Last battle for today, that's against a rank 10. We win this, we're definitely in Ultra Ball. This looks like a very standard team. It's just a rain core that's then got everything around it as well. Now, Primarina doesn't do very well into this team. Rillaboom is a bit of a threat, but Incineroar does really well against it. Sinistra has a fair bit of value here. It bodies Rillaboom. It does really well into both Politoed and Primarina. It's not good into Incineroar, but Slacking is good into Incineroar, and so is Palafin. The Arcaladon is going to be the Pokemon that's the most interesting to deal with. So I am thinking that we play Weezing, Slacking, Incineroar. Similar opening, where we can pick up a free KO or two here, and then our final Pokemon, maybe it's either going to be Sinistra or Goodra. Goodra is really good with the setup for the body press, whereas Sinistra has some healing capabilities and some play around potential. I think I'm going to go with the Goodra though. So Goodra may already be paying dividends now that it's joined the team. We'll just see how well it does. I do think that the late game setup, we can clear him out and get down to a couple, just 2 Pokemon or so, and we can get a couple of Will-O-Wisps and some parting shots off. Goodra can then freely set up and take the game home. So this is an interesting start. I do believe that we're going to see a fake out, so it's worth just going for the double protect. Or we could switch Slacking into Incineroar for the Intimidate, and then we could go for a knockoff the following turn. I think protecting Weezing is a good choice, and I do think I'm just going to switch straight to Incineroar. I think we might see some damage come into this slot, but that's okay. I think getting the Intimidate down on the Rillaboom is worth a bit more in the long run, and then the following turn we can get a burn as well. They may just U-turn out if they don't go for the fake out, but if they didn't go for the fake out, their Arcaladon could have taken the life down. It's Protect Rillaboom. That is very interesting. We know it's not Assault Vest. The Assault Vest will be on the Arcaladon now. And a Draco just comes into the Incineroar. That is a really good turn 1 for us. We threaten the Will-O-Wisp into the Rillaboom now. And I actually think it may just be worth faking out Arcaladon. So I don't think Arcaladon's actually going to stay in now. So I think it may be worth faking into the Rillaboom. I know, he's just switching it straight out. He may bring his own Incineroar in. Yep. So this Incineroar is what we want to kill. If we can get rid of the Incineroar, we're in a very good position. I'm expecting the fake out into the Goodra slot. so I actually think we may be able to bring slacking. I think it might just be worth going for a move each. So I think we can taunt into the Incineroar in case it just goes straight for the parting shot, and we can start setting up shelters. It is a taunt Incineroar, so this is also very interesting. Incineroar is also a faster Incineroar, so that is also worth remembering. It may even just be worth starting to drop some body presses into this Incineroar. I think if we clear that Incineroar out, I think our Goodra is in a fantastic position for the late game. Their Incineroar can't go for a taunt or a Will-O-Wisp, so it may even actually be worth protecting and then switching back into slacking. I do now think it is a good opportunity for slacking to start racking up some damage. They could go for a gold if they get the burn. We're in a bad spot. Very interesting to see Perish Song when there's still 4 of us on field. Now the question is, who switches out? Does the Incineroar switch out, or does the Politoed switch out? They're playing really well, so I actually expect our Caledon to go into the Incineroar slot. So I think, either way, I think we get some good damage off with a Drain Punch. Now if he goes for a Flare Blitz, we'll still be fine. He may go for knockoff into Goodra. This will do very little damage. Goodra is incredibly bulky. He does get a knockoff though. I think we actually do go for the shelters now, and we can actually clear out this Incineroar. I think this is our play. Yeah, if we can get a shelter or 2 off, Goodra does still stand a chance of cleaning this game up. This is our Caledon. I'm getting predicted at every point. I'm just getting read like a book today. This is not going well for us at all. Now we know that the Politoed is going to switch this turn, so I actually think it is worth attacking and sacrificing slacking into whatever comes in. I do think that we need another shelter before we start cleaning up with body press. but I do think this may actually be the best play. If we can clear this Arcalodon out, I am quite confident that we can still win this. We'll need a crit on slacking, I think, for this to work. But if we do, no, we didn't get the crit. It can now return its own. Oh, it's faster than Gudra, so that's very important to know. No, we just didn't have the damage to clear it out. Very unfortunate. I think that's all she wrote. So it doesn't look like we're getting into Ultra Ball rank for this game. But we're not going to let Weezing go down. We'll call it the forfeit now. And that'll now put us back down to halfway through Great Ball tier. Or halfway through rank 9 Great Ball tier. So I have played that game poorly. And I think it's best to call the episode there. Take a break, take a breather, recollect myself, and attempt to play better next time. Alright. Fortunately, if we'd known it was Torn Incineroar, we could have done better. If we'd known it was Perish Song Polito, we could have done better, but this is the beast that is the best of one. So, we will see how we go next time. See you all in the next episode.